I was able to overclock it to 3.8 at 128V. The Wraith RGB cooler is all you need for it. Wow. Basically a Ryzen 1800X but clocked down a bit. It does not have the plus 20 degrees Celsius issue on the BIOS. I have not overclocked, but you could definitely OC this to the 1800X's speeds for less the price, and it comes with a cooler. Have not used the cooler, but I will experiment with it. I have it running at 4 GHz and MEM at 3200 MHz. Just get the right board. Update the 7th of February 2018. It has been some time now, and I have had a thoroughly great experience with this chip. The motherboard issues I discussed below have been fixed, RAM now runs at 3200 like it should, and BIOS has had steady improvements. AMD steadily has been pushing out driver and AGESA updates, which probably helped with some of the previous stability issues. The chip itself for me hits a stability wall at 3.95 GHz at 1.425. I haven't gone higher on the voltage based on AMD's specifications. The chip will boot and get into Windows at 4 GHz but crashes under heavy load. I keep the chips at 3.9 GHz, 392V core, and it is stable through all applications and tests I've done. Temperatures with the Arctic freezer 240mm AIO idle around 30°C and max peak at 72°C with normal fan speed settings. Still highly recommend, but given the drop in prices of the 1700X and 1800X, this chip is not longer the clear choice in the R7 family. Pick any of the three and you should not be disappointed. I am coming from an Intel i7-4790K in my previous build. I opted for the 1700 over the higher R7 family chips and have not been disappointed with performance. It will require some work on your part, and there will be growing pains depending on the motherboard and RAM you choose. That means taking the time, understand your BIOS settings and tweak accordingly, test for stability, tweak some more, test until it crashes, then tweak some, and repeat until it's completely stable. I have 32GB G-Skill Trident Z3200 RAM and cannot get them past 2933 with the Gigabyte AX370 Gaming K7 motherboard. The motherboard itself still has a buggy BIOS that needs improvement. In time, I am sure the BIOS will be fixed and both will perform as expected. If you buy this chip over the other R7 chips, you have to overclock it. Its base clock performance is mediocre and is what you would expect from a chip at 3 GHz. The 3.7 GHz boost will hit all cores but is mostly consistent just in the first two cores. When overclocked, however, this thing performs better than the 1700X and is on par with the 1800X. Its power consumption up to 3.7 GHz is pretty low, with mine maxing at 1.236V on the V core on a 3.7 GHz OC. Higher than that requires voltages you would expect to sustain the frequency. The included Wraith cooler is nice and you will likely be able to OC up to around 3.7 GHz before considering a beefier cooler. I opted for a liquid cooler and temps are very satisfying. I've had no issues with the chip so far other than operator error issues. Overall, save yourself some cash and get the 1700. Click link in description for more reviews.